Hello and welcome to Retro Bay's YouTube channel. This is our new feature in association with the Retro Bay podcast, which you can find at all good podcastiers. Is that what's
podcastiers?
Yeah.
Podcast providers.
Podcast providers, yeah. Please ask the bill payer before you watch. I want to go back to Neversoft in a second because I completely forgot. Seeing that logo there reminded me of just like olden days.
Olden days, indeed.
Which is that's pretty much what our podcast is about.
Pretty much.
So we're going to start looking at games once a week to tie in with our podcast. Mick's going to make sure he records them, and then we're going to chat about them on here. So I hope that someone in the world will enjoy this. It's probably not the most exciting thing. But we're going to start with Tony Hawk's 3.
Tony Hawk's 3.
Tony Hawk's.
The reason I bought a GameCube. Well, not the reason. I bought a GameCube and I got this with it and obsessed with it at the time.
So, were you a fan? Obviously.
Oh, yeah. Well, this was the first one I played a lot of. I'd played 1 and 2 on the PlayStation previously, but not as much as it ended with 3.
So, is this your favourite?
3, yeah, possibly is my favourite, yeah. And I'm very excited for the remake of 3 and 4. Very excited.
What else did Neversoft make? That's all I can think about, to be honest. Now, we will go back to Tony Hawk, but what?
Well, they did another couple of Neversoft.
I just remember that logo
Tony Hawk's game.
From absolutely loads of stuff.
But, so the 4 was done by them. I'm trying to think what else we'd have done off the top of my head, because they were a division of Activision, weren't they?
Gun.
Oh, Gun. I didn't play Gun.
Oh, Guitar Hero.
Ah, of course I did. Yeah.
Guitar Hero. I thought I'd see it other places. And Tony Hawk's Underground, of course, which actually was... Because I was never really big on Tony Hawk's games, except for Tony Hawk's Underground. I don't know why I got into those, but I kind of stumbled into that. And I remember getting a PSP when I was working as a security guard through the night, and sometimes I generally just had to sit
and play PSP,
do nothing. So I got a PSP, like, just to kind of chill some time away, and I've got Tony Hawk's Underground 2, so I played loads of that, but I never really played the other ones. So what's this timer at the top?
The timer, so you got 2-minute runs on this one. So
2-minute runs is
2-minute runs to do as many of the missions, I suppose, or goals as they are in this. So collect skate. This one
drown a dude.
Soak the foreman. Not drowning him, we're soaking him.
That's soaking now, is it?
High score, pro score, 6 score. I think they got rid of the 6 score by a couple of them. Underground.
So what's 6 score?
6. It's just high score is just a high score. 6 score is more than that, and then a 6 score is. Sorry, a pro score is more than a high, and then a 6 score is just like a high score, really high scores. More than anything else. It's just the way the language they use. And then you have to, each one there's a special move over something that they'll take a photo of.
Right.
Then there's find the videotape. Then there's always a secret tape hidden somewhere. And then there's a deck hidden somewhere as well, like a skateboard deck. So as you see there, got a few in that first one. Cannonball over the half pipe. That's where the photographer takes it.
This is currently the foreman is just drowning in a pool.
He's floating. He's not drowning. He's floating. So what I was doing when I was doing it.
Sometimes floating is the precursor to drowning.
I gave myself 20 minutes to just play through, and the first one was right. I'm just going to see how long it takes to finish all of the goals in the first one. And once I'd done that, I just decided to see how many levels I could get through.
So on this one, you stayed on this level
for a bit? So I stayed on this level for another couple of runs to get the other missions, or goals, sorry.
Do you think this kind of game's what brought your achievement hunting aspirations?
I mean, it could have been.
It seems much more like doing the same thing over and over to try and... Not the same exact thing, obviously, but it's like the same levels.
I mean, it's pretty much the same thing over and over, isn't it? It could well be.
I know everyone could probably argue that pretty much every video game ever made is that, but this one it feels more achievement grindy.
Yeah, I suppose it possibly is. It possibly is. Although, like, finishing everything maybe came from like Final Fantasy VII.
Didn't even know. Grind. That's good.
As you can probably tell, watching grinding is probably my favourite thing to do.
Is it?
Yeah, you get quite a good score.
Ravishing Mick Rude.
That one was really starting to annoy me, grinding the molten lava bowl thing. I was struggling with that.
I've just realised Neversoft also made Spider-Man, the 2000 game.
The PlayStation 2 one?
Which
and Xbox. And
it's PlayStation 1, I think.
Oh, right, okay. 2000. Well, this was 2001.
It came out on Dreamcast, so...
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I really like that.
Are they a subdivision of Activision? Is that what they were? Did they say that? Did you?
Check that out, just ranking.
What games they did?
Yeah, I guess so. Speaking of Activision, you were telling me this week about how I completely overlooked the fact that Microsoft have bought
Yeah, they bought them.
Activision, and that's why the new Tony Hawk's, well,
3 and
this
4
one
remake
is coming to Game Pass.
Yeah,
Which, as
very-
people
very
who've listened to the
excited.
podcast will know, we do like Game Pass.
Oh yeah, day one, July or something. Although I got very excited the other day when I went on to Game Pass. It didn't say coming soon. It just said install.
Oh yeah, like pre-install.
No, it didn't say pre-install.
I think they just say install now, but
No, the other games have all got pre-install. This
Oh,
didn't. I think it
okay.
was a mistake.
oh,
And then I installed it because I had already pre-installed it.
oh right, okay.
And then you it puts in X amount of files, like a small amount of files for pre-install, and then it said install, so I installed it, and I knew it wasn't coming out until July. I knew that it wasn't coming out. Well, I thought it was June, but June, July, same thing. I then installed it. I hit the button to play it, and I was like, "Yeah, no, I knew that was going to happen." You're too early. I'm like, "Yeah, I know I
Is that
am."
the Grim Reaper just sitting and doing
No,
some
he's
welding?
a worker.
The Grim Reaper.
He's a grinder. It's quite dark as well, which doesn't help, but I think that's just this level because the next one isn't as dark. You get
You
the deck up
hate
here.
dark games as
I
well.
really detest dark games. I switched the brightness up on everything, but I'm playing this through. This is on my Xbox, and the monitor I was playing it on.
Has the brightness on full?
I don't know whether I just don't like mucking about with the settings too much because it's quite bright most of the time. So I don't know why it's not as bright on this game, but it is what it is. But the next level is a lot brighter when we get to that. So I'm up here and there's a secret videotape, so you can watch the tapes once you've got them all.
Or is it just some skateboarding?
Yeah, just skip. No, it's they throw something like completely left field in there, like,
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Just like a musical.
but not left field.
Molten operation. Do you prefer molten or smooth operation?
It depends what the operator is like.
Oh, so you're just smashing stuff up at this point.
In this point, oh yeah, you do. You smash up loads of stuff.
Is that...
Kind of the point more than anything. And I think this might be the last run on this foundry.
Do you like skateboarding, actually? Real?
To do?
Yeah.
Do I look like I do skateboarding?
Oh, I didn't know you when you were...
No, the last time I was on a skateboard, I think I snapped it. I didn't just stand on it and I snapped it. I tried to do a jump thing on it, like from a standing still point. I wasn't going up a half pipe or something stupid like that. No, I've never really done skateboarding. I've owned a skateboard when I was young, but I never really did anything. Because what's just happened there would happen a lot, where I just fall over and hurt myself.
I used to... Kind of when Jackass was out, we used to video each other just like sitting on skateboards going down hills into like walls. I've got one somewhere. I was going down a hill super fast and realised that the hill led onto like main traffic, so I had to like push myself over towards a bollard and like snapped my
Brilliant.
ankle off a bollard.
This is
That
quite
was
a
fun.
quite a good combo going here.
So for anyone just listening, Mick is doing loads of skills.
So that was all goals complete as well. And it was at this point I thought, well, if I just do the same level over and over, like the next one you're only going to get 2 levels, because that took about 10 minutes. So then I thought I'll just do X amount of levels until it opens the next one up. But I then didn't want to close this one off.
Is this a game that you just on your own, or because it was the multiplayer?
I've mostly played it on my own. Or like me and my mate would just take turns doing the goals. Rather than... so at the moment I'm just looking for... I thought there was one more stat point hiding about somewhere, but it turns out there wasn't. So, or I couldn't find it.
So what'll go? Yeah. Missed it easy. Do you like watching skateboarding?
I used to enjoy it. Like used to record like the X Games when it used to be on. And
who's your favourite skateboarder?
Oh, it'd have to be Tony Hawk.
That's the only one you can name.
No, I can name quite a few, but he's just he made it what it was at the time, and then yeah, it's not Bam.
I'm just reading some. What we shouldn't really be talking about. Not Bam.
Yeah, not Bam.
Bam Pod. I'm just reading some facts about Tony Hawk's games.
Okay.
Didn't realize Spider-Man was in the first one. That must have been...
Yeah, so it was unlockable characters. So I can't remember who's in the first two, but I guess that's something to do with the Neversoft connection.
Yeah, I thought I was just saying.
But I remember the Tony Hawk, this one, you could unlock Wolverine and Darth Maul, I'm pretty sure, was in this one as well.
Oh yeah, we had this conversation last week. I do not see that happening in the remake. Since then, Disney have bought both licenses.
Well, so we'll have to wait and see who and what they will put in. I guess if they're not able to put it in, they may put things in to create a skater that you can unlock to make that skater. Because I remember
I think they just ignore it all together.
Oh, I don't think they will. I think
what did they do in 1 and 2? Was Spider-Man in 1? The remakes?
I don't know. I never finished it that far.
Because that would answer the question for you straight away.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. Although, had Disney bought? When did that come out?
Oh, recently.
Quite recently.
Yeah, definitely recently. I will find out now.
And don't forget, so when did Disney buy Marvel?
While we're maybe 10 years ago?
Was it 10 years ago? Was it that long ago? Was it?
Maybe not. Maybe not that long.
I thought it was a bit more closer to when Disney Plus came out, which was only 2020. It was only 3 days into lockdown or something like that Disney Plus came.
Spider-Man did not return due to licensing issues.
Ah, right, okay. But Spider-Man is owned not by Disney though.
Sony, yeah, but
Sony.
But I'm thinking more that if they can't get the license from Sony, they might not get the license from Disney, unless you're going to see loads of characters from the Disney
universe.
But I'll be very shocked at that.
So yeah, it's true. Maybe that's why they also aren't going to remake Disney Extreme Skate Adventure as well. Then
you like that game, don't you?
I do like that game. It's just Tony Hawk's with Disney characters, to be fair.
Sounds better.
Which is quite cool. So see, I'm just skating around trying to remember where to do each of the silly little missions to try and open up.
What was the best? Not Bury
the Bully. I was a big fan of Bury the Bully and Unstuck Chuck.
What was your favourite level on this? Did you have one? Is there one that...
I quite like the Suburbia, which is the 4th level that you open up. It's more annoying now because I can't do as many of them as quickly. I have to really think about it, but I used to know where all of the... So one of them is Squash 5 Pumpkins. So I used to know where all the pumpkins were. And I used to know where all the skate letters were for all of them.
No, right,
but
okay.
When I go, because it change with different skaters. They don't always appear. There's 3 or 4 different places, or maybe 2 or 3 different places that the letters can appear.
Okay.
So it's not just every skater is exactly the same. There is a couple of other places where the letters can appear to make you do that. I think that's about the only one that changes, though. Oh no, the video's in a couple of different places. The secret tape and the deck as well. I never enjoyed the competition ones, though, because there was no goals to do. You just have to do 3 runs, and it takes adds up the best 2 scores and gives you a final score. And you have to place in the top 3. You have to medal.
Is that what it's like in real life? Do you know?
I assume so, yeah.
So how do the controls work in this? What do you...
So this is on the Xbox. So A is your sort of when you go down on your honkers. I think of the correct terminology. And then let go of A or press A again is ollie. And then you've got your grab tricks, which are the
Sticks?
X button.
Oh.
No, the X button, but you
there's no
use the
sticks. It's a
stick.
GameCube
You
at
use
all.
the stick to do like different directions, do different tricks.
Yeah.
So there's like 8 different tricks for all the directions, and then B buttons, flip tricks, and the Y buttons. My favourite button, which is the grind, but also lip tricks, where you hang on the edge of a lip. But yeah, these ones, I always found these ones not boring, but just like a bit more tedious. And then in 4, they brought instead of just the skate letters, they brought in a combo where you had to collect the 5 letters of combo, but all in one combo, so without stopping in between.
Right.
And they were a little bit tougher, but once you started getting the hang of it, it was a lot easier.
What's your thoughts on Skate?
I don't like skate. There's definitely a generational thing. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, definitely. So Hannah, who used to work here, was like a huge fan of skate, and would advocate skate, but she's only like 21. So I couldn't stand Tony Hawk's games because they weren't
Skatey enough.
skatey enough. Yeah, because the skate games you use the 2 sticks to do things. So the right stick you pull down and up to do the ollies, and the direction to do jumps and stuff, or to do tricks. Sorry, not jumps.
Yeah.
So some would say there's a wee bit more skill in that, but I don't know. Either way, I just enjoy these more.
You hit that bus? No.
No, I probably would have hit that bus if it just hadn't ended 0. Like the time hadn't gone to 0 there.
I'm just checking out here the soundtrack. So
Oh, yeah.
soundtrack's
Soundtrack is banging. Like, I don't think I should ever use that word again. Those are banging. Starts off Ace of Spades.
yeah,
Motorhead.
you can't
Class.
go wrong with that, really, can you?
What other things? I can't think off the top of my head what was in it.
Superman.
Oh, yeah.
Number of the Beast. Iron Maiden.
So the 900, there's a band tour that do like the music off of the Tony Hawk's games.
Ah, right, okay.
Playing in Sunderland, or have played recently. I was meant to check out when it was to go and see if I could go to it. But yeah, they just cover band to play like all of, or not all of, but a selection of music like Superman. I think is the main one there. And if memory serves me, I remember watching a video where Tony Hawk came on stage to play with them when they were someplace, which was.
It feels like when you're talking there, if someone should really invent like a club that's just like a student union for oldies. Because that's what that feels like. It feels like it should be a student union, but then you go, oh no, students would want that now.
Almost like a British Legion for people who haven't been in the army, as well. Type
Yeah.
thing. Like a club that.
Legion of Dropouts.
LOD.
Rush.
Brilliant. So Suburbia is probably my favourite level. I don't know why now when I go back to it that was my favourite one. But like I say, I used to know where everything was and like get everything. The good thing was all the videos showed you where everything was.
I was just about to say here, so the secret tape there just shows you where.
Wait, it's finding how to get to that. Because there's like 2 entrances.
I just realised what you meant, smashing pumpkins.
Sorry, not the smashing pumpkins.
No, I realised that you meant actual pumpkins, but then I've just got, when I saw the pumpkin, I got, smashing pumpkins, of course. That's why I said that. Is there any more of those clever jokes?
No, I don't think so. So we're getting near the end of what I did, because my time was running low. So this was all 20 minutes to this far. And I can have a really concentrated on it.
You found an axe in this. That's...
I did find an axe. So the axe you'll find out in a second what you have to do with the axe.
I presume grind.
Oh, you have to give it to the thin man.
Oh,
And the thin man decides to smash up the house.
Who's the thin man?
I mean, he's a creepy looking man.
Oh, I think we should start like an urban myth.
Of what the thin man did with the axe. I think the urban myth should be how he lost his axe in the first place, though.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
So there's a little bit of a creepy graveyard in the house, in the backyard, for some reason. Because it's a creepy house.
The Thin Man?
Wonder if Thin Man's really the Grim
Is the
Reaper.
Thin Man based on something?
Possibly Slender Man?
Yeah, maybe. Was that this time?
I mean, Slender Man, I suppose, has been about in urban myths for years, though, hasn't it? And then got made into films later.
Yeah, I don't know when the urban myth came around on that. I ended up...
It's probably been in America a lot longer than we knew about it. Because this would have been the early days of internet.
Yeah, creepypasta.
Creepypasta? What's creepypasta?
Oh, you'll find out in the podcast.
Oh, brilliant.
So if you want to know more about creepypasta, if you don't already know, I think Mick's probably the only person in the world who doesn't know, you will hear that on episode 28 of the Retro Bay podcast.
And that's the video.
See you next time.
Yeah, we probably should have had a little countdown there to find so we could do a little outro. But never mind.
I'll keep
We
that.
can learn. We can learn.
Well, I did that. But yeah, thank you for watching. These will get better.
Hopefully.
Can't get any worse.